Good morning, everyone. I'm standing in on the back porch here, looking out the door. Yeah, we got a little bit of snow overnight, rain, snow, whatever. There's still a little bit hanging on the front of my garage there. Yeah, it may not go away unless the sun comes out. But it's a little cold and windy out, so today we are going to be doing indoor things. Our indoor things, I'm going to try sanding some more in my bathroom. I have already done a little more pruning on my ficus tree in my front entry. It was outgrowing its space again. To keep it trimmed down, I actually need to do it twice a year, every spring and every fall, because it tends to put on growth during the winter and during the fall. It's gotten a good watering, so hopefully it will get over the shock of being pruned again, but I got to keep it fitting the space it's in, and I can't let it outgrow that space. It's just too much trouble. And since I can't find another home for it right now, keeping it as small as possible is the best thing possible for it. So let's get on, and I'll give you a little quick view of what I've been doing and what we are going to try to do today. First, I've got cooking a stew, and no, those aren't carrots and potatoes. One is a yam, one is a sweet potato. Both low glycemic, but they're yummy and they give me some really good flavor. I do need to get a little more beef bouillon in here because the only beef stock is what is from the stew meat. But on a cold day where it's snowing, the best thing you can have is a pot of soup. I used, yeah, it's thick. The juices are nice and thick, but need some more beef stock in there for flavor. But what I did put in here is the Keto Chow beef soup mix, beef soup base. I had 2 packets, so I put one in. I really need to get more of the beef soup paste, as well as I put in the Keto Chow baked potato replacement shake. The baked potato gives it the nice potato flavoring, but without actually having white potatoes in it. And they're both really good, high protein, low carb. So I got a nice high protein, low carb soup that I will be eating this week. It's going to be a cold week. We might actually get snow on Monday. We'll see. But that's what I got simmering in my all-purpose cooker. Yep, this is actually, if I turn it around here, I got this from Americraft. It's actually made by Kitchen Craft, made in America, in, I believe, Wisconsin. And they are super great. 7-ply, yeah, West Bend, Wisconsin. I don't know if you can read that, but it's made in West Bend, Wisconsin. They did retire the Americraft line, but you can still get their Kitchen Craft line, which is super nice. 7-ply stainless steel pans, lids, guaranteed for a lifetime. Literally guaranteed for my entire life. In fact, my kids and grandkids might inherit this after I'm gone. But it makes a great crock pot. So it's nice. It's down on low. It's just simmering. All I need to get now is some beef bouillon in there to really strengthen the beef flavoring a little more. And I'll have a great pot of soup. I need to make some of the Keto Chow biscuits. Nothing like having some high protein, low carb biscuits that are gluten free and sugar free and real yummy. And if I use the chicken soup base, combined with a little bit of cheese, I can make cheesy biscuits, which will be really great with these. I think I'll do that later today. And then I'll show you the results. Here's what we've done today so far. We have done a little pruning on the tree. I gave it a good shake because it had some dead and dying leaves in it. The leaves, you know, they only live for so long. Even in a tree like a ficus tree that's basically a big house plant. It's a tropical tree. This is not a tropical place. Let's see. Oh, it's a little zoomed in. So I got my tree to fit its little teeny tiny space here. Made sure it's got room and it's not brushing the walls. And yes, it should be okay mostly around here too, so it's not really going into the window just yet. It'll probably grow into it. But I shook it real good, get all the dead leaves out. Dead leaves got swept out the door, and they're mixing with the elm leaves out here in the yard. Yeah, I got elm leaves. Yeah, you can see there's ficus leaves down there with the elm leaves. There's all the prunings. I still got to get them, my pile of prunings taken to the backyard. But my little tree will fit its little space now. Pretty good for the winter. I'll have to try to drape it with some lights. I used to wind lights through it when it was a little itty-bitty tree, but it's just too big to string it with lights. But maybe if I had like some net lights, I could put lights over it. It used to be real pretty with lights on. I'm going to take my geraniums outside and really clean them out today, as well as all my window plants, and clean out the windowsill because it looks like plants have been living here for a long time and everything needs to be cleaned up. My little tomato is not wanting to live and be a house plant, but I'm hoping to keep it going long enough for these little tomatoes here to ripen. Hopefully they'll ripen. It's just, no matter how much I keep it fed, watered, sunshine, it's just been drying up. So I give up. Anyways, I got my little fake flames in my fake fireplace for a little bit of indoor cheer today. And now back into the bathroom. Okay. This is the area I need to finish sanding down because this is where I need to put my cabinet that is still in its box. So this is what I'm really going to work on today, getting this whole area sanded, clear down, getting all that dark stuff and areas, staining, all sanded down as much as I possibly can. If I have a little extra time, I'm going to take the Goo Gone and wash up and clean the adhesive off of these boards and hopefully get some sanding done here. So I got my sander, I got my sandpaper, got my Goo Gone. Just need to start cleaning up. Rosie, are you going to help or hinder me? You going to help or hinder me today? And I'm going to try and get these tack strips up off the floor. That's all I need to do out here so I can start sanding out here. But we're going to see what we can... Oops, sorry for putting my finger over there. But we're going to see what we can get done. And Rosie, I don't know that you're going to be a real big help. No. But we will see, huh? We will see. All right, well, let's get going, and then I will come back in a little bit, and let's see how much we got done. Okay, let's see. Got the scraper, got my knee pad, because I am 62 years old, have arthritis, and my knees do not like to sit on the floor very well. Oops. I got the... For some reason, this thing keeps popping off of my bottle of Goo Gone. It's been doing that since I bought it. Anyways, still sprays. So what we're doing right now is I'm going to saturate the floor with the Goo Gone. And we've got to get all this tile adhesive off the floor so it doesn't gum up my sander. Yes, that is from my washer draining. We are doing laundry. Anyways, I got my scrub brush. I was using rags last time, which worked, but I thought maybe a scrub brush would do better. It's an old scrub brush. It's all gumped up. So, but I thought a scrub brush might do a little better at getting this adhesive up. But I'm going to really scrub it in here. You know, I have to remove this vent cover. We'll just put it over on my scales. Alright, let's see if... a little more Goo Gone. Really gotta work it at getting this adhesive to come up so that I can then sand the floor after the floor, of course, is dried. But yeah, you can see where it seems to be coming up pretty good. I got my little chisel with the cover on, safety cover on, but I'm going to try to get paint up with this. And I got a bucket of hot water here. Rinse my brush out. A little more scrubbing. Alright, I need to go get a rag and see what I can wipe off. Back, got some rags, and let's see how these floors are coming up. Ooh, look at that. Now remember, these are unfinished fir flooring that they put down in 1940 when they built the house. They never finished them, so it's really kind of... I wish they had finished them. If they'd been finished, then it would be so much easier to clean adhesive off of a finished floor than it would be to clean adhesive off of a raw floor, because the adhesive kind of gets into the wood. Boy. Let's see if we can scrub this area just a little bit more. Ew, this rag is almost done for. There's so much on here. And this is just from those pre-stick tiles that somebody put on back in the 70s. And yeah. But all that they do is just really, really gum up. Let's see if we can get some of this paint to come up. Get the surface paint up, and then the rest of it should, this is from me painting my bathroom, by the way, so it's acrylic paint. I mean, latex, water-based latex. I think it's water-based paint. Water-based paint, anyway, so it should come up fairly easily. Oh, I don't know what this black stuff is, but that's on the floor, but it's sure coming up good. Look at that. That came up pretty good there. Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm going to put the phone down so I can use 2 hands, and we'll come back when I got all this stuff up. Well, I think I got most of the goo off. I also went and scrubbed it. Well, adhesive with the Goo Gone. Did that with the Goo Gone. I went and got my Murphy's oils. It's wood cleaner, and I went and scrubbed it with the Murphy's afterwards to get the Goo Gone up off of here. I really do like the color when it's wet, and hopefully that will be the color of my bathroom floor will be when I eventually finally get it finished. I mean, I've been working on this for a year now. Oh boy. But now we gotta let this section of floor dry before we can sand it. So in the meantime, we are going to work on sanding this section of floor here. It still has a lot of areas that need sanded. So I'm going to get working on this. And thank you for sticking around with me. Well, I've been doing some more sanding. I can hope you can see the wood is starting to get lighter as I get more of the surface stuff off of it. It may always have little wear lines like that. Those are lines where the tiles were, and where the water seeped around the edges of the tiles and got into the wood. It may always be a little darker there, but I've got this a nice layer sanded off. And okay, we may always have little wood stains in our wood, but you know, it's a house was built in 1940. I think it just kind of adds character to the wood to have little imperfections. This section is still drying. In fact, it's still quite damp to the touch. I'll start sanding on that as soon as I can. I put a fresh pad on, piece of sandpaper on there, and I'm going to start working on this again. And we're gonna just work on it and get down as much of the surface of the wood as we can. Hey, you helping too, huh? Yes, I've also been kind of doing in the doorway. I don't know if you can see it too well, but I've been trying to sand down this wood here in the doorway as well, and just get this area. Oh boy, but yeah, comparatively you can kind of see, I hope I can see it. I've got my light on in here. Let me see what happens when we turn off the light and just go with the natural light. It's a little dark, but natural light's a little dark. It's not a sunny day today, but yeah, I hope you can see that we've got quite a bit done here. Yeah, you're not helpful. I'm just trying to show the people how well the sanding is going. But it's going pretty good. It's just getting this area here sanded down so I can get my cabinet in. Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to get back to it, and let's take off another layer of wood and see what it looks like when I come back. Okay, just taking a quick break from sanding and have a little lunch and see what's going on. Oh, I didn't get to show you this earlier because it was covered with snow, but it's thawed out. But my neighbor did come and plow my garden. He's got it all tilled up. Hopefully they'll take care of part of the vole problem in that area. He also graded at my driveway. I don't know if you can see the ridges from his little blade, but I got dead weeds now in piles in my driveway. But that will be good. And oops, woo, boy, sorry. And it will help. I'll have to get out here sometime today and with my rake and smooth things out and get the dead weeds out of the middle of my driveway. But at least the weeds are gone. Well, they're still there. They're just been uprooted. And the pumpkin patch has been plowed and ready for spring. It'll be ready for spring. Okay. It'll come and till it in the spring. I've got, but anyways, yeah, there's some dead decomposing material. I don't know. It's clear in the far corner there. I do need to get that spread over the top so that it decomposes during the winter. Anyways, need to get back into chores. Another reason for taking a break. Yes, I turned on the light. It's so dark in my house today. But need to get change laundry. Time to get the clothes out of the dryer. And we'll get the blankets in the dryer. Clean the lint trap. Whoops. There. And we'll get these blankets out. Move, kitty cat. This is the one that's normally on my chair. I'm going to swap it out for the Christmas plaid one. But it was time it got washed. Let's get. And hold on for a sec. Almost out of laundry soap, so I have to pour it out of the bottle and down in there. Now we've got enough laundry soap, and we'll let this fill up and get some more laundry going. Now, let's get back to our sanding. Oh boy, time to get this, get another layer of wood off this floor. Okay, well, I have got this much sanded. Got all that sanded. Out the door sanded a little. And I got more sanding done on this section here. So, yes, there's Rosie. She has food in her bowl and she thinks she's starving. But yeah, got this sanded. I've also just worked on trying to get as much of the adhesive up off of this section of floor as possible. Like I said, some of this wood is dark, and I think it's probably from water damage because these are in the areas that would get moisture. But I've done my best to try to get up adhesive, and right now we just gotta let this floor dry because it's pretty darn wet before we can sand it. So hopefully tomorrow we can start sanding on this section of floor too. And maybe we can get it looking pretty close to this. So that's all for today. In the meantime, my cats are starving to death. Just ask them. There's still food in the bowl. It's not completely empty yet. And we got a little sunshine all of a sudden. After a gloomy, cloudy day, we got some sunshine. Oh boy. Would you look at that? It's still windy out, but not as windy. And it's still cold out. It's only about 33. But beautiful. The clouds are moving off. and it's going to be a beautiful evening. I'll come out and get a little sunset. Couldn't get a sunrise this morning but look at that blue sky and the fluffy white clouds. It looks so gorgeous. It's been so cloudy and overcast all day, and finally the sun has come out. So I'll come back out here in a little bit and we'll get a little sunset for our sunset. I haven't gotten out here yet to get the driveway raked, but as you can see, I got piles of weeds now that my neighbor, he came through and he regraded my driveway a little to just down the middle. I asked him to do just down the middle and try to get the weeds, and he did that, and it actually looks pretty darn good. I'm gonna get chilled. I don't have a coat or shoes on. Bare feet and 33 degrees. Anyways, but yeah, my garden got tilled up. So it's gonna sit here like this all winter long. And hopefully that will take care of the voles that were living in the garden area. They probably all fled. But yeah, got all my driveway regraded down the middle here, which looks still a little bit of weedy there, but all the weeds and everything, most of them are all gone now. Oh, we're gonna have a beautiful sunset this evening, so I'll be back out and get the sunset right now. Better go and feed my starving cats, even though it's only 4:30 in the afternoon. It's not even 5 o'clock yet. Not dinner time, but oh well. It does look beautiful. Still need to, and I'm glad we didn't get snow and I don't have to go anywhere because I have bald tires. I mean, there is literally no, see, that's how much tread I have. See, you can't even cover my finger with it. Bald tires. And I haven't been able to find anybody who charges less than $100 a tire, and I've only got $80 saved up so far. So, pray my truck sells. I need new tires. And let's go in. I'm going to have me some yummy soup. My soup was good. I had a neighbor run over. I'm going to be making some pot holders for her. I guess she's giving them away for Christmas gifts, so I better crochet fast. Anyways, she brought me some bouillon cubes, so I didn't have to run in town, and my soup is so good. It tastes so good. That's all it needed, was a few bouillon cubes in it. That's yummy. Oh yeah, I forgot, we're making biscuits. Give me a minute. Okay, well, we've gotten our eggs here. I got 6 eggs all whipped up. I've got my almond flour, 1 cup of almond flour, and now I'm going to add 2 scoops or 2 servings of keto chow chicken soup base, savory chicken soup base. This is what's left of a big bag I had, and I just put it all into a container. I do have some single serving packets. Usually about 1 heaping scoop is about a serving. So we're going to put 2 heaping scoops in. Okay. Trying to do this one-handed and video at the same time. Okay. There. There we go. And now I'm going to stir this in, and I will be adding 4 tablespoons of cold butter, and then 2 teaspoons. Let's see, 2 teaspoons. I'm kind of looking at my recipe. I need 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 4 tablespoons of cold butter. And then I will get them all crumbled together, mixed together and crumbled together. I'll be right back. Okay, now that we've got everything nice and crumbly, we are going to pour our eggs in, I think. Let me see. Yep. Usually it actually says add egg whites, but some people like to add whole eggs. I like to use the whole eggs, so I don't use as many eggs as they call for. I cut back on the eggs, and these are drop biscuits. So, and then I'm going to be adding some shredded cheese, because I like cheesy biscuits. And I ought to put some parsley flakes in these. I just thought of that. Be back in a minute. Okay, here is our biscuits. I got the cheese all stirred in, and as you can see, it's a drop consistency. Got my baking sheet all greased and prepared. The oven is preheated. So let's make some biscuits. I'll be back in a little bit. I just put them in the oven. In 20 minutes, they should be done. We'll be back in 20 minutes. Okay, just turned off the timer. Ooh, those are looking, woo, just fogged up my lens. Those are looking good. Okay, let's see. We're going to use that cast iron pot to hold things on. Let's get a grab out here with the alright. Yeah, nothing like a little cast iron cookware to hold your... There we go. Turn off the oven. Those biscuits look so good. Don't they look good? Here we go. We got our beef stew. And we got our cheesy chicken biscuits. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Well, I am going to have some dinner. And I'll see y'all later. Well, folks, I forgot to get the moment the sun went behind the horizon. I was in starting my biscuits for dinner tonight and suddenly realized it was starting to get dark outside. But we can still get a beautiful sunset horizon. There's the final red glow where the sun just went down. It's still beautiful, even if I missed seeing the sun actually dropping below the horizon. But I hope you had a great week. I hope this next week is going to be absolutely wonderful for you. And if you're new here, thank you very much for clicking on and watching my video. And I hope you consider subscribing. And please remember to click all on the notification bell so you receive all notifications for whenever a new video comes out. Part 2 of working on the bathroom floor will be in my next video. So, good night, and I'll see you all on the next video.